Hi everyone, it's Gail. It is Monday afternoon, the 23rd of December, and this is a follow-up video to a swing trade setup I showed yesterday in a video on the pound Swiss. My tale of woe is that I actually did a video where I recorded my entry into this trade at 146.56 with a 10 pip stop, and went through the whole process of price moving. I took half off at 40. I have a target of an 80 pip move. I'm hoping price goes to 145.70. I think it could go further, but I have a limit set there to close the second half of the trade. And I have moved my stop twice. I moved it into 3 pips originally, after my first scale at 40 pips, and just before the video failed, I had moved it to lock in 30 pips on the second half of the trade. So my stop is now at 146.26, and I'm really sorry that that video failed. Some sort of an error happened and it just disappeared with an error message. So I just kind of want to show you what happened. Here's a 15-minute chart now. I had the hourly up at the opening of this video. Here's my 15-minute. And you can see, last night when I did the video on the setup, I was hoping to enter between 145.50 and 145.70. And price actually rallied up to 145.66. I waited until I had conditions where I could enter, and I entered off of a 1-minute time frame at 145.56. It was right in this level. You can see over here's the line, but the entry was closer to here. Price moved fairly rapidly down, and I took 40 pips off at 146.16. Price continued on down and went to the 145.90 level, and then rallied all the way back up to 146.35 area. So it came up, about 45 pips, and is in the process of going down now. I don't believe the short move is over, but I don't know what's going to happen. If price does snap back and take me out at 146.26 on my second half, I have locked in an average of 35 pips on this trade, which would be a return of 1 to 3.5, or at my 2% risk, 7% on the day, which is excellent. I did not anticipate I would actually take the trade. I was just going to use this as an example to kind of show you what I'm going to be looking at going into next year. Using everything I learned from Calvin about trends and momentum over the past year to go back into my own personal trading style, which is to look at the higher time frame swing setups and then use Calvin's slingshot and MOF and momentum strategies to enter those with very low risk and hopefully take large moves. But I did go ahead and enter. It was a very clean setup for me, and this turns out it will be my last trade of the year. I thought I'd closed down everything last week, but in doing this video, I went ahead and took the trade. And now I have locked in an additional 7% growth on my account from this one trade today. So I will continue to follow this. I'm sorry that I don't have the entire video to show you of my thought process and my actual live entry. One thing I'm committed to going into next year is that the trades that I show will continue to be trades that show entry as well as progression of the trade. I want people to be able to see that I entered this with a very small risk, what my decision process involved, and how the trade progresses into the larger setup that I traded into. This is how the 1-minute chart looks now, and I have a blue line drawn because as price was coming down, I was shooting the prior video, and whether I held the trade open or closed it was dependent on whether price could move through this level, which it did. It did move through the level, tested back against it, and then dropped down from 146.15 to about 146 146.6 for another 10 pips, and I'm hoping now that we're ready to take the next leg down. I have my order to close the trade in at 145.70. I'm just back to find that this trade did close. So I ended up with a 1 to 3.5 on my short pound Swiss. I took half off at 40, half off at 30. Here's a last look at the 4-hour. When I entered the trade, it was around the close of this candle, the doji, and I entered at 146.56. Sat through the move down, took 40 pips. It came down as low as about 145.90, and then started to retrace up. So that's how it looked on the 4-hour. I will be taking as many of these type of swing trades as I can in the new year, trading similar patterns over and over, using what I've learned from Kelvin in terms of momentum and trend trades. And I wish you each a very healthy and very prosperous 2014 and much success in your trading. I want to thank Kelvin and Darren, and there are many of you who I have a long-time trade association with, and I thank you for your support and wish you the very, very best.